Hello everyone, this is Brittany with Redeemable Junk, and I'm going to try for the second time to show you how to make a file folder flip book, okay? So what we're going to start off with is a file folder, and I just fold it in half and I sew down the sides. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can glue it. Totally okay. Next, you're going to need about 10 to 12 envelopes, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to position those envelopes together how you want them stacked. And then you're going to go behind there, and I've already done this because I messed up, I'm so sorry, is you're just going to glue the flaps together. And here, let me show you. I'll get a couple envelopes real quick to show you. So what you're going to do is you're going to get some envelopes. You're going to stack them how you want them to look, okay, like so. And then you're going to come back here, and you're just going to put glue on this, and glue that flap down, and then glue the other flap down, okay? So what you're going to end up with is you'll end up with a left side and a right side, okay? So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue them down. As you can see, I already have glue on this because I messed up. I should call myself the junk journal or mistake or something, I don't know, because I make so many mistakes when I do these videos. But you're just going to have to roll with me, okay? If you're going to tell me that you don't make no mistakes when you junk journal, well, I don't really believe it, but I'll go with it. So you're going to go on the inside of this one, because inside here is where your signature is going to be, okay? And you're just going to glue it down. So what you have is you have it when you open it up, and you're going to have some papers right here, and we're going to cover this up with scrapbook paper, okay, so you won't see that. Then what you have over here is you have the front, and you have your flaps. And that's how it will flap together, okay? Just like that. Now you're going to want some string to tie the front part together. This is where I messed up last time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put a bead of from Fabri-Tac on the inside of here. And we're going to put our string down. And then we're going to do this same on the other side. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Oh, I'm so aggravated right now. I'm so sorry. I have a house full of kids, and they have friends over, and everything is chaotic and hectic. So, most of my journals are loud. This one's not going to be any different. So, we're just going to put a bead of glue on the other side and glue our string down. So we have a tie closure to help hold those shut. If I can get it unstuck from my fingers, there we go. Okay, so now we have the strings on both sides that will tie and hold them shut. Now I could have put those more in the middle, and I probably should have, because that one's further down. But I didn't, because we're going to be adding more tie closures to the inside journal part. So I'm just going to try to move it down just a little bit. Okay. So now you're going to want to add some tie closures to the inside of this. And I just got some crinkle seam binding. And I'm just going to glue it down now. So I'm just going to give myself enough to make a tie. Okay. And we're just going to glue the two pieces down now, so they'll be covered up when we put our papers down and we decorate it. Okay. So I hope you guys have been able to follow along so far. My videos are always so chaotic, I feel like. So hopefully they're going good. So I'm going to show you what we have. So now what we have on the front is we have our pages that flip. Okay. We have a pocket up here, which I'll show you when we get on the inside of it. And these ties won't be a problem once they're tied. Then we'll have 2 pockets up here, and our signature will go in here, okay? So now, we're almost ready to decorate. Now, on these envelopes, you're not gonna, some of them you can put stuff in through here, okay, through the back. Like this one you can also. But some of them, like this one, you're not gonna wanna do that because it's so close to the edge that it's probably best to do this, to sew or to glue this shut. And just cut the very end of it with your scissors, which opens it up to a pocket on the outside. Now I'm gonna do these with a lot of these. Now if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I just thought it's easier to get to your stuff that you're gonna put in them from the outside than it is the inside. Like this one, I mean, you're gonna rip your paper trying to get inside of there. This one, I think we can get to that pretty easy. I think I'm just gonna leave that one as is. This one, I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna glue shut. This one I might just leave like that. And since that one is so tiny, that makes it kind of difficult. What shall we do with that one? I think I'm going to wait and I'm going to cover that up with a piece of paper, and I'll glue it shut when I put the piece of paper over it. I'm just going to cut the edge like so. Okay. So now we're ready to decorate. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go try to find some paper that I want to decorate these with, so you guys don't have to go through the whole process of headaching through me trying to choose what I want to use. So I'll be right back. Okay, so what I decided to do is use all scrap paper, all my scrap paper that I had laying around. I decided to use to cover these all up. So I'm going to decorate them on camera with you. Sorry, I'm trying to get some stuff situated real quick. So I decided to have this go here, and there is, where the file folder, a slit up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down, and then I will cut the indent off. I don't have the paper for the inside of the file folder chosen yet, but I will choose that after I get this finished. I'm just going to distress this edge. I'm sorry. Like I said, my house is so loud. That was the washer or the dryer going off. My house, nothing's quiet here. Nothing is ever quiet here. Okay, so now we're going to glue this down over here. And I'm trying to decide, I think I'm going to have it open from the outside. So what I'm going to do is put glue on just this part of the envelope. And then I'm going to run a bead of glue along the edge to close it off. I hope that made sense. I'm going to leave this, I'm not even hardly in frame, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave this because it's coffee dyed and I like how it looks. So I'm going to leave that how it is. I chosen this image for this part. We'll see how this looks when I get it done. Usually it all comes together. There is going to be a little bit of red showing from the envelope underneath it, but I wouldn't really worry about that. You don't want to get real close to the edges or it's hard for your envelope to shut, okay? I was going to use that image, but I think I'm going to use this one instead. Now, if you want to distress these, you want to distress them before you glue them down. I didn't do that. I'm not too worried about it. If I decide I want them distressed after they're on, I'll figure out a way to distress them. Like that part right up here, there's some white showing, so I'm going to go ahead and distress that now. I hope my video hasn't been too chaotic and you gave up on watching it. I really hope you didn't. If you did, I'm sorry. If you're watching till this point and it was chaotic, I'm sorry. It's just part of having kids. If you have kids, you know what I mean. So I think I'm going to distress this image up a little bit because it is... Let me get rid of some of these scraps. It is awful bright compared to the other images. There we go. My glue stick's about out. I think I got one more paper I can do with it. It's going in the trash. There it goes. Bye-bye. Okay. After this, I've got to go get ready for a championship ball game. My son's, we coach his team. He has a ball game tonight. Like I said, you don't want to get too close to the edge or it starts to get hard for your envelopes to fold over. I got a little bit too close on some of them. That's why I have my ties on here. So if it is a little bit bulky, we can just tie it closed. And like I said, I just used all my scraps on these. I didn't really think too much about it. I just went with the flow. I just chose some papers I had lying around. I find sometimes we overthink stuff way too much, when in the end it's going to turn out nice anyways. So I try not to overthink my stuff, even though I do still. Don't you love that hot air balloon? I just thought that was so gorgeous and pretty. I just don't know about that image. It kind of clashes with it. I thought that from the very beginning. Let me see if I got something else real quick I can throw in there. Kind of like the roses. I think that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to cut this real quick. I'm so sorry, guys. I should have already had this done. I'll be right back. That didn't take long, did it? Okay. We're almost done with this part. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do the inside of it for you guys or not. I would like to think that I could pause the video and come back to it later, but I don't think it'll stay paused, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do back here is I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier. I'm just going to put some glue on the purple part of the envelope. And then I'm going to run a bead of glue down the edge of it to close it off. I have this adorable image of this little girl I decided to put on to that envelope. I just thought it was so cute. Isn't she darling? I just thought she was so adorable, so. And then these two I decided just to leave coffee stained. So now what we have is, let's see, we have a tie right here. It ties these shut, and that string is just a little bit thin. I probably should have chosen a thicker string, but that's okay. I'm gonna trim it off a little. So let me show you guys. So now we're gonna untie it. And this is what we have, okay? This is what it looks like. How cute is that? Isn't that just adorable? And it hardly took no time at all. I may change the string out. I think I'm going to, because I don't like it at all. I don't like how it ties, so I'm going to change that another time. But then what happens is it opens up, and then we decorate the inside of it. And this is where we put our signature at, okay? So you get a signature, and you're going to sew it in to the spine of this, okay? And then you're going to decorate the back of it and the inside of it, okay? So I don't think I'm going to do that on camera just because I'm already at 20 minutes. I don't like my videos to be real long. Like I said, I am going to switch this out. I'll probably use some seam binding and put on there. And actually, I know that's what I'm going to do. And then I will decorate the inside of it. Add my signature, and a signature is just pieces of paper folded in half. I'll add some coffee stain signatures in there. Sew it together, put something on the back, tie it, and we'll have it done. And that is what a folio looks like. Now, I hope this video, like I said, wasn't too chaotic. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.